Alagang Amoso, Associated Marine Officers and Seamen's Union of the Philippines. Ang programang para sa mga Filipino seafarers at kanilang pamilya. Maghahatid ng impormasyon, magbibigay ng inspirasyon, at tatalakay sa kanilang mga sitwasyon, kalagayan at iba pang mga pangangailangan. Alagang Amoso. Kasama si Camille Simbulan dito sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service at Radyo Pilipinas Radyo Publiko.
Mabuhay, magandang araw at welcome po sa Alagang Amoso, ang serbisyo publiko sa radyong hatid ng Associated Marine Officers and Seamen's Union of the Philippines o AMOSUP at ng Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Sa programang ito ay pinag-uusapan natin ang iba't ibang programs and welfare services ng AMOSUP para sa mga miyembro at dependents ng ating union. At tinatalakay din po natin ang mga napapanahong issue tungkol sa mga karapatan at kapakanan ng mga magigiting nating Filipino seafarers or sea-based OFW. Ang Alagang Amosup ay napapakinggan din po sa flagship station ng PBS-BBS Radyo Pilipinas Radyo Publiko 738 kHz sa pangunguna naman ni RP1 Manila Station Manager Mr. Alan Alyanige tuwing linggo alas 7 hanggang alas 7:30 ng gabi. Special shoutout po sa mga miyembro ng AMOSUP at sa lahat ng mga Pilipinong mandaragat sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo na nakatutok sa atin.
Alagang Amoso dito sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service at Radyo Pilipinas Radyo Publiko.
Quick recap lamang po sa ating topic last week, ang AMOSUP Legal Department Advancing Seafarers' Rights through the Magna Carta. Ang guest po natin last week ay si Attorney Alex Ragonhan, ang AMOSUP Administrative Secretary at Legal Officer. At pinag-usapan po natin ang iba't ibang mga probisyon ng Magna Carta of Filipino Seafarers o ang our Republic Act 12021. Natutunan po natin dyan yung mga dinagdag na probisyon tungkol sa ambulance chasing para masolusyonan po yung problema na yan. At pinag-usapan din po natin yung kahalagahan na matutunan at malaman ng mga Filipino seafarers yung kanilang mga karapatan at obligasyon sa kanilang mga trabaho o kanilang pagbabarko. At ngayong araw naman po ay napaka-interesting na naman po ng topic natin, Woman Making Waves, The Journey of a Filipina Master Mariner. Ngayong araw na ito, March 8, ay isang napakahalagang okasyon po dahil ipinagdiriwang po natin ang International Women's Day. Yan, Happy International Women's Day po sa ating mga Filipino seafarers, mga women Filipino seafarers at maritime workers both ashore and on board. Ito ay araw ng pagkilala at pagpapahalaga sa kakayahan, katatagan at kontribusyon ng mga kababaihan sa iba't ibang larangan at industriya. Kaya sa ating espesyal na ito, ay isang natatanging Filipina ang ating makakasama, isang huwarang leader sa industriya ng maritima. Siya ay isang babaeng kapitan na matagumpay na humarap sa hamon ng karagatan. Ikinararangal ko pong ipakilala sa inyo ang ating special guest ngayong araw, si Captain Jasmine Labarda. Welcome to Alagang Amosup, Captain Labarda.
Thank you, Camille.
Okay, greetings naman po sa mga nakatutok nating members.
Hi, good day, everyone, sa mga listeners. It's an honor to be here. Thank you very much for having me here.
All right. Okay, so let's jump right into our interview. Okay, so matagal na po kayong kilala sa ating sa Philippine maritime industry. Kapag tinanong nyo yung mga, lalo na yung mga female cadets natin sa Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific, ay lagi ka nilang nababanggit na inspirasyon nila, na role model nila. Okay, bilang alam naman natin na isa po kayo sa pioneer graduates ng Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific. So, that said, ikwento nyo nga po sa amin yung naging journey nyo bilang isang seafarer. Talaga po bang plano ninyo na magbarko, na sundan yung yapak ng inyong ama na isa rin pong seafarer?
Yeah, it's very humbling naman yung maging role model. Siguro dahil nga kami yung oldest dun sa batch, first batch kasi kami. So, sa MAAP. So, we are the first batch since 2003. Kaya marami sigurong nakakaalala sa atin, which is very heartwarming to know that. My journey started as a seafarer actually because we live in Siemens Village, so sa Amusup. And then my mother was having her regular checkup sa Siemens Hospital. And I was due for enrollment that time. That was April. Mag-enroll na ako for engineering course sa Mapua, 4th of May. And then when my mother came back home, sabi niya, "Anak, may scholarship ang Amusup. Punta ka sa gate, basahin mo yung pamphlet, yung mga poster." So pumunta naman ako sa gate. Nakabasa ng scholarship. So what I really liked, to be honest, was semi-regimented daw. And then yun ang gusto ko. So pag-uwi ko, sabi ko kay Mama, takot ako sa dagat. Tapos sabi niya, Mama, maliit ako. May height limit. Sabi, hindi, okay lang yun. Sabi niya, kung gusto mo, lilipat kami sa Bataan, as bibilhan kita ng cellphone. Hanggang ngayon, tinatanong ko pa si Mama kung nasaan yung cellphone. so, and then, funny enough, so that was, I think, April 21. I'm somewhere there then. So, nag-enroll na ako. It's the same people sa registrar. I don't know if they remembered it. So, I submitted my application form. And then sabi nila, anong course na kukunin mo? So sabi ko, ano po bang course meron kayo? So this is someone coming from someone who doesn't have any idea. Pinapasok niya, sabi nila, marine transportation and marine engineering. So ano po yun? Yung isa magiging kapitan ka, isa magiging engineer ka. And then I turned to my right. Sabi ko, Mama, saan si Papa? Sabi niya, fitter si Papa mo. So lahat sila nagtinginan. Ay, sa makina yun. So, sabi ko, marine engineering po. Biglang ito na naman si Mother. Excuse me lang po, So, we turn around ulit kami. Kinorner naman ako ni Mother. Sabi, anak, mainit doon. Makakalbo ko. Sabi, so, pagharap ko na sa mga registrar, sabi ko, ito po, marine transportation po kukunin ko. So, that was the journey. And then, when my father learned about it, so, tumawag siya sa bahay. Nasa barko si Papa nun. So, kinuwento sa akin ni Mama na, kaya ba ng anak mo? Kasi I think that's the fear of many seafarers. Na ayaw na nilang their own family go through the same hardship doon. Kaya nga, hardship eh. So, ang sagot lang ni Mama, yes, kaya niya. Ako nagpalaki dyan.
Wow.
So, ayun. And then, almost pa nga na pwede pa ako mag-shift eh. But talagang, hindi rin pinahintulot na na mag-shift ako sa inside na may opportunity to change course pero hindi rin nagkatugma kasi nga meron ng sponsor sa akin. So, hindi rin ako napagalitan din ni Mother. So, that was my journey.
What were the challenges, the hindrances that really tested your patience and your talagang pushed you to your limit as a woman seafarer?
Right from the start and up until now, there have been hurdles. Our patience are being tested. So siguro we'll start from the start, even sa school itself. Inside when you're performing good, some people will not like it, many will not like it.
May ganon.
Yan. And then, when on board as well, it's sadly, pag may babae, tapos may babae pa, akala nila, pag may gusto silang pareho, akala nila kaagaw mo na sila. So,
na-limited yung opportunity for women.
So, kung ang nakaposisyon na yun is babae, pag-iinitan din ako. Ganon din pag lalaki naman na may gusto sa'yo, hindi mo pinansin, mas mataas ang posisyon, pag-iinitan ka rin. So, tapos, gagawin ka ng story. I experienced one time na, I don't know if it's okay to say, yung talagang napag-initan ako ng isang lahi ng it's chismis. I was a cadet then, talagang everybody else is sleeping na and then ako naglalampaso pa sa sa deck ng kapitan. I mean, dun sa floor floor level ng kapitan, nag-waxing and everything. So, hindi masisigawan ka. All because na alam mong, kumbaga na-busted mo yung isang officer.
May ganon na story.
So, long hair tayo doon. Sobrang ganda natin. So,
Pero ang mahalaga, kinaya mo.
it took a lot of emotional intelligence and then maturity rin. So, I'm very fortunate enough we have mentors and seniors that even in MAAP na nagtuturo ng emotional quotient namin kailangan mataas. But all along, ikaw rin sa sarili mo eh. The life itself will teach you lessons eh. It's the great teacher talaga, and the experiences eh. So, meron doon yung as early as when I was third mate. Alam mo yun yung nag-usap na kayo ng kapalitan mo, biglang pag nandyan na yung kapitan, babaliktad ka rin, mapapagalitan ka, pero parang ikaw yung bago doon, tapos sige, tatanggapin mo pero nag-usap kayo. Tapos, ano pa ba? Yung mga opportunities like, mostly mga stories eh. Mga stories, gagawan ka ng stories, and then, you will just, hindi mo papatulan. You will, yun yung mga challenge, yun yung patience and perseverance na you don't want to turn into a monster na ayaw mo, di ba? So,
And I can just imagine, kasi syempre, more often than not, kapag nasa barko ang babae, hindi na, kumbaga, ilan lang kayo eh, di ba? Parang,
yeah.
so, pag meron ka mga ganyang concerns, ang hirap na wala ka masyadong malapitan. And, during the time na graduate ka, hindi pa naman uso yung mga social media, di ba? Email, text. So, very limited yung time mo to reach out to your family para magbuhos ng sama ng loob. So, it really takes, a lot of courage.
Yes.
And patience nga, talagang to hold everything in. And at the same time, still do your tasks well, to deliver pa rin.
Yes. And if you remember it many years ago, yung line na sinabi ko na mas, kung ano man yung ingay or yung mga panghihila nila pababa, ang pinakikinggan mo lang is yung dream mo. So, that's what, okay. Everybody will try to say no or pull you down, and then, just listen to that you have a place pa rin.
And yung focus mo is yung goal. Has it always been your dream to become a captain?
Hindi,
a master
kasi,
mariner?
Hindi naman kasi, hindi ko nga alam yung courses from the start, di ba? Kumbaga, Pero when I was there, I was 17 kasi when I was a cadet, first time ko sumakay. So, may clearance pa sa DSW din. Kasi bata akong college, So, iba kasi yung aming curriculum that time. So, with all those experiences, yung nakwento ko nitong a few moments ago, nangyari yun sa isang kontrata.
Oh!
6 months, yes. And that's not
That
all
was
pa.
your first
that was
contract mo pa yun.
So, tapos, instead of that, ako mapanghinaan ng loob, na ayoko na, mahirapan, I remembered, pagdating ko ng airport, my father was waiting that time. And then, tuwan-tuwa siya, makita niya, one piece yung kanyang anak. And then, so, matutulog na kami. So, I knocked at their door sa parents ko. Tapos sabi ko, pa, good night. At saka pa nga pala, I'll go all the way up. Pati sila nagulat. Kasi they were expecting, na-expect na nga lang naman mag-opisina ka. Sabi ko, no, you know why? Kasi sabi ko, I've received all this hardship, yung mga paninira, yung mga ganoon. And then you'll see people na kapag nape-pressure, talagang nagiging halimaw nape-pressure lang. Kunyari, atraka, trabaho, biglang talagang sobrang tense. Sabi ko, I wanna do a job, do it well, pero at the same time, calmly. And at the same time, gusto mo magturo sa iba, mga ganun. And I wanna have that. Kumbaga parang iibahin yung natanggap ko, hindi yun ang ibibigay ko sa next generation. So sabi ko, I have to do it. Kaya tayo sumasakay pa rin. And when you said that, dream ko talaga siya. Actually, 50 years ng Amosup, I once mentioned it sa ating daddy, si Daddy Admiral. Because sabi ko, sir, magano na kaya ako, mag-stop na pagsakay. Sabi nga, sigurado ko. Kasi it's very important to have a role model.
Yes.
So, as you said nga earlier on. So, once kasi yan ang sample mo, I've learned from him na, ito sample, ito sample. So, once, and I think someone have to bear that responsibility. And I know, from my parents, ganun din. Sabi kasi nila, once na may panganay na nakapasa na, lahat yan papasa na yan. Nakatapos ng pag-aaral. So, and I know na, once you've started, there's a reason na bakit tayo nauna, bakit tayo matanda.
Ilang years ka na ba nagbabarko, Kap?
I think it's more than 20 years.
Wow.
So, 22 na yata. Although I look 16.
I
feel like.
At saka, grabe. More than 2 decades of experience. I can imagine the pressure also on your way up to becoming a master mariner. Kailan ka ba nakakuha ng
I've got
master
my
mariner
license 2010. My story, again, iniba ko rin yung story ko kasi nung nag-start ako, akala ko lang tinatawag natin conventional vessels. Yung may lisensya natin sa COC natin sa Marina, captain, mga ganyan. So, nagtrabaho ako, matagal. Pinagsikapan natin, sea time, maikling bakasyon, 1 month lang, and then 6 months away, mga ganon. So, when I found out in 2005 na meron pa palang tinatawag na offshore industry. And then may another license daw yun na binibigay ng NA. Sabi ko, ano yun? Then I went, nung nakuha ko yung license ko nung 2010, that time, nagkaka-start ko pa lang nung 2009 sa isang company sa offshore. So coming from, I was 25 then. I was 20, at age 25, yung previous company ko, unang company ko, was promoting me to be a chief mate na.
Oh, okay.
Pero sabi ko, wait, I want to smell the flowers. Can you see someone you have a plan, you have a goal, I have to, and then once I was there, oops, gawin ko flexible. No, wait, hindi ko pala to, it's still uncharted waters pa to eh. Puntahan ko to. So, I went through that. So, someone na, mapapromote ka na second highest in command, then magte-trainee ka ulit. So, I was trainee. Doon sa company na yan, wala pang mga Filipino na officer. It's a big company rin. So, hindi pa nila kilalang caliber ng Filipino. And I've known a Filipino colleague na nagsabi na, tayong mga Pilipino, ito lang rango natin, sabi ko. No. Sabi ko, pinagpalit ko yung position ko. So, at least naman lang mga And then, on that company, I became the first woman captain din sa company. Pero it took a lot kasi I was a trainee. And then, meron ka pang position na gagawin kang second mate, DPO. And then may chief officer. Tapos another pang senior chief officer. 2 chief officer kasi yan. So, then bago ka maging kapitan. So, I always say it pag nagkakwento ako. Kumbaga sa boxing na round 12, lagpas-lagpasan na ako sa round 12. But still, I'm still fighting. Ganon. So, that was the kumbaga, sobrang naging flexible, naging fluid tayo with all those.
That's a very interesting story. Kumbaga, you had to step back to move forward.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi parang, ayun gagawin ka ng chief mate.
Yeah.
Ikaw yung, teka, wait lang.
Yes.
I wanna explore something else. Right? So,
and then, with that thought, kasi hindi tayo ganun eh. Sabi ko, oops, I know there will be more women sa tanker, sa passengers, sa container. There will come a time there. And then, ito, hindi pa natin napasok dito. So, we covered it all. Hindi naman tayo, cover ko yan lahat. No. We give the rest to others. And then, dito tayo na wala pang nakakapunta.
So, you wanted to pave a way for women in this sector.
Yes. So, na mahirap kasi wala. Even the men, even the Filipino, mga lalaki, sa company na ito, wala pang other companies meron, pero it is still, hindi pa, talaga siya, sa mga puti pa siya.
Pero at least nandyan ka na, nakaposisyon ka na.
Yes.
And of course, pag may nakapanood nitong episode natin, or because I know that you're a very busy person, dami mga invitations na mag-talk, mag-sharing, and I'm sure marami ka pang may inspire na Filipino women seafarers to explore that sector as well in the maritime industry, offshore. So, anong position mo ngayon, Kap?
So I've
Dynamic positioning, DPO.
so dito
Senior.
sa company na ito, yes, nag-senior DPO tayo, yes.
Wow, very impressive. And gusto ko lang talaga i-mention, Kap, kasi alam ko, fini-feature ka na namin before sa mga video namin, AVP natin to promote MAAP, to promote Amosop bilang ikaw ay isang active Amosop member. Pero recently, na-feature ka sa video ng Presidential Communications Office. Can you tell us about this experience? Kasi nung napanood namin yung video, lahat kami, wow, si Captain Labarda.
Talaga, wow.
Hindi mo pa napanood yung video?
I've seen it, and then it was one of our taga-Maab din. Sabi niya, "Ma'am, ang ganda ng video." Kinabahan ako kung anong video yun. Sabi ko, what video? Sabi ko, meron ba ako na-post na ano? Tapos, pinadala niya yung link. So, sabi ko, okay. So, ganda. So, it was, I wasn't aware na kung kailan or kung matutuloy yung video na yun, kasi we were instructed na, we cannot talk about it. So, it was magagaling yung mga ating lahat naman ng mga Filipinos, magagaling. So all of the team that I was with, they were very helpful and talented. So I was honored and privileged to meet them, and then also Derek Paul sa meeting, and
Galing, ang ganda ng production. I think piniplay natin ngayon kasabay nitong interview na to, and perhaps we can also share again the link sa ating Amosop official Facebook account. Very impressive. Talagang parang hinighlight niya yung mga good traits ng mga Filipino seafarers, kaya we remain the top one seafaring country in the world. And of course, we know naman, Captain Labarda, na dumadami mga women na seafarers from the Philippines, lalo na sa cruise and passenger ships. Pero gaya nga ng sinabi mo, dumarami na rin yun sa mga ibang mga vessels, mga tankers, may mga kilala tayong mga chief engineer na babae, mga master mariner like you na mga babae. So it's very promising development sa ating maritime industry. Okay, so personally, Captain Labarda, can you share with us what's your most important accomplishment as a woman and as a seafarer?
As a woman and as a seafarer, good question. Parang hirap ng mga tanong mo, Camille.
Ano pang Miss Universe question? Because I know you've been doing a lot of things. Minsan nagiging instructor ka, and I know na may license ka na rin sa big bike. Ganon mga adventures mo. Ba?
So as a woman, my most important question, di ba? Yan, accomplishment as a woman. So
as a daughter, as a
it's more, I would like to believe na it's about giving hope na regardless of what we are or what we do, we can believe in ourselves and achieve things. And at the same time, I would like to believe then na in spite of all those things, I still remain as who I really am. Grounded and all na. Kasi these are all kumbaga, on paper, it's the most important thing is the character. So I think that's the most important thing, is not forgetting where I came from. Tapos, as a seafarer, I would like to give my hand, kasi may mga nagturo rin sa akin May mga nagtiwala rin sa akin, ibang lahi or kalahi natin. And I want to extend that hand as well. And even dun sa mga taong hindi naniwala sa akin, I want to do the opposite. I would like to believe more sa mga kalahi natin, or even sa mga hindi natin kalahi. And if there's anyone na pag hindi mo na kaya maniwala sa sarili mo, I will be the one to believe in you.
I can attest to that. How supportive you are and how grounded you are. Bakit parang naiiyak ka?
Kasi naman ma-question mo eh. Naman
Hindi,
tayo.
alam ko naman din kasi yung mga
Passionate tayo.
pinagdaanan mo. Iba rin yung mga pinagdaanan mo to be where you are. And well said talaga because it's true, I agree na mahalaga talaga yung character. And to think na ang dami mo ng mga recognitions, not just in the Philippines but also overseas. The International Labor Organization recognized you in Geneva. I don't know if di mo na maalala yung mga recognition mo, but UN-attached agency yun, Ang dami mong mga recognitions, but still, parang wala kang ere, which is also the reason why a lot of young women seafarers look up to you.
That's why we're sisters as well, because you keep note of it also.
I take note of your accomplishments. Naka-record yan. Kasi nga, ang daming nai-inspire, di ba? Ang daming nai-engganyo to follow in your footsteps, your footpath. Di ba?
I think that's then we served our purpose then.
And you continue to do so. Di ba? Kaya ka nga namin in-invite.
I think that's the most important accomplishment when someone has breathed easier because we have lived.
Wow, I love that. I
Yes.
love that. Thank you for that. Okay. Although, alam naman natin, Captain Labarda, na may mga nag-challenge na, may mga nag-a-attack sa concept ng diversity, equity, and inclusion or DEI. Hindi ba? What can you say about these, yung mga hurdles na to for women?
It's normal. It's normal kasi it's a new idea. Anything that's new, people will not be comfortable with it. Any changes will not be comfortable. And it's normal as well kasi common sense is not common anymore. The DEI is just common sense. We should be practicing diversity. What is diversity? Diversity, differing, pag iba ng paniniwala. Hindi lang po niya sa mga tao, sa mga religion, hindi lang puro kayo. Equity.
Giving equal access to for equal opportunities.
Inclusion, so kahit hindi siya exclusive, lahat ini-include mo. So kunyari,
Walang diskriminasyon.
so what is so difficult or what is not normal? Kasi hindi na siya common, di ba? So it's human nature na gusto natin na magkaroon ng pagkakawatak-watak, pagkakaiba-iba, at nang dito ka, diyan ka, dito lang ako. Yeah, that's human nature. Kaya nga siguro, I tend to believe na mas matalino pa rin talaga mga animals sa atin. Kasi, so I mean, I'm not surprised at all kasi it's a new idea. On the other hand, we have to be very, very careful on it kasi. Especially in any industries. Parang how do I explain it? Sa isang gera, kapag binigyan mo lang ng baril, ng armas, yung mga tao, kahit bata pa yan, at the end, di naman yan babalik ng buhay. It will take more than giving them a weapon and then come back out alive. You have to train them, you have to give time on that. Ganun din sa any program. On the other hand then, it's you have to be mas more understanding ka kasi we used to talk it out sa aking very close sister din na kaklase ko na when we were in MAAP, sabi niya namin, siya pa nga nag-mention na kapag may nagsuntukan sa barko, hindi naman natin ini-stop na wag na tayong tumanggap ng mga lalaki kasi nagsusuntukan sila. Pero pag may problema sa barko at may babae, wag na tayong tumanggap ng babae. 'Di ba? Or any problem na involve ang men. Pero men are still being accepted into it. And then now when there have been problems if it involves DEI, ano na sila. So, it's human nature. It's part of it. Pero, for me, I still embrace it because it's a tool. It's an opportunity. Nasabi ko nga, dapat normal na to, pero kailangan pa natin gawing special, ano. But it's good. It's still a tool, but we have to use it, and then we have to use it right. And, yung mga nag-i-implement or yung mga nag-organize ito, have to have the proper training, information, knowledge din. Para yun din yung makakaskade nila. Because you cannot guide the blind kung blind din yung isa. So,
dapat persistent.
yes. Persistent, consistent.
Persistent,
And then,
consistent.
authentic.
Yes.
Kasi,
not just for the sake of,
Yes.
tokenism.
anything na hindi tunay will be known if it's not authentic and then real. It should come from the heart, hindi lang yung ganon. So,
That's why it's important to have champions like you. Like you, like Captain Haveliana, who's now on the employer side, and
Yeah.
she's, trying to bring in more women officers on board, di ba?
have more, and then have so many women on board then, and then sa office then. So you have and I remembered I was with an employer, Norwegian. Sabi niya, how can we attract more women sa barko? I answered directly. It should start from the office. The office people themselves have to believe that women can do the job.
Right.
Kasi kung sila mismo nasa opisina, hindi naniniwala, it will be hard for the women. Also, at the same time, pinapaliwanag ko rin naman sa mga seafarers, sa mga nag-aspiring na, wag masasad, wag mapanghihinaan ng loob kung hindi man naniniwala yung mga tao. Kasi, as the saying goes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If there is no beauty inside of that person, he will not be able or she will not be able to see beauty outside then. Kung wala ka rin tiwala sa sarili mo or confidence sa sarili mo, you will not be able to give that. So, hindi dahil sa mahina ka or hindi mo kaya kaya hindi ka tinanggap. So, most likely baka yung taong kausap mo hindi pa siya willing to pero you don't have to be so down do sa sinabi ng tao na yun.
So you just have to keep on fighting.
Yes.
Keep advocating yourself and other women around you, di ba? Yun. So, siguro, as we move towards the end of our episode, ano na lang yung tips mo, Captain Labarda, to the aspiring young women seafarers who are inspired by you, who want to follow the journey that you've been through, especially now that you are an active seafarer and also a representative to the International Transport Workers Federation Women's Committee. What are your tips to the young women seafarers? Your message to them?
Stay young. We all deserve, you deserve na to have a place and be happy and do what you can, even the society says otherwise. And naniwala ko sa sinabi ng lolo ko, ang sarap ng buhay sa barko kasi free food, na pag-uwi mo bakasyon ka ng maayos. So anywhere sa barko, sa lupa man, whatever we do, all I could say is just give our best. Enjoy it and take care of yourself kasi ito yung natin ito yung hindi mangiiwan sa atin kahit saan man tayo dumating. And find the right people, ask for help, and then when they help you, help yourself as well. Study well, prepare kasi we have a job to do. We are professionals, so prepare. And life is a never-ending journey of studying. Kaya nga nag-study tayo ng pagmamotor kasi it's something that we don't know. So be excited about life, and then ano man ma-achieve natin, there is no comparison. We always have different path. So ba't siya ganon? No, we have to be happy on each other's success. Kahit ano man, may papel man or wala, we have to be happy and respect each other. That's all we could do. And apart from that, it's we are here not only to be happy, but we are here also, most importantly, to help each other.
I love that.
Yun.
Gusto ko rin yung sinabi mo kanina, stop and smell the flowers.
Yeah.
Diba? It's never too late. Diba? Ikaw, you changed your plan. Kumbaga parang yung blueprint ng buhay mo.
Yes.
You can constantly change it if you feel like, you have to shift your gear and to, diba?
There's a study, there's a book that said every 7 years we are ina-expect na may mag-changes. Even if you change something, you move like this, that is called changed. Kasi minsan na ano tayo. So it is. So hindi yung sabi, ito yung gusto ko 10 years from now, after 7 years magbabago yan.
Right. And you're a living testament na it's, change is something that, that could help you grow,
Yes.
to learn, diba? And to help inspire others.
We grow old because we stop playing. So we have to play, study, mga ganon.
I love that. Thank you so much for your words of wisdom.
Sarap pala dito hello, DJ.
Alright. Nakakabitin naman yung episode natin, Captain Labarda. Last message na, Women's Day greeting mo. Since it's International Women's Day, International Women's Month, not just for women seafarers, but all the women workers, mga OFWs natin, yung mga manggagawang kababaihan sa Pilipinas. Anong mensahe mo sa kanila? Siyempre, iba-iba tayo ng mga pagsubok, iba-iba tayo ng mga karanasan. Ano yung mensahe mo?
I will start with a joke. Kasi they always say we have 8th of March as International Women's Day. And the rest of the year is the Men's Day. So, I mean...
Meron ding International Day for Women in Maritime ng May 18.
Oh, that is very awesome. So
those are 2 days.
Yeah. I think I'll just, apart from my message there, I just want to say there, one of our contribution as an active seafarer is, even I'm on leave, I also teach because I want to impart yun nga. And then when I see that not many groups, organization know about the conditions of women at sea. So we had a position there sa ITF for them to know, ay, ganito pala nangyayari sa seafarers. So for this International Women's Month, I think for women, we can start talking and speaking. Sometimes siguro nahiya tayong magkwento, pero we need friends and we need a family, and women will always be there. Ganon tayong mga babae. So, enjoy and happy International Women's Month. And we're always here, and then women are always there. We are of the same tribe. So, always remember na hindi tayo nag-iisa.
Thank you. Thanks, Captain Jasmine Labarda.
You're welcome.
The legend. Yes. Baka may gusto mag-follow sa'yo. Meron ka bang Facebook page or...
Very private.
Ay, private person.
We're
But
on
you can
Facebook,
read.
yeah.
She's all over the internet, all over various websites. Andun ka sa ILO, sa ITF, sa Philippine Presidential Communications Office. Just look up her name, Captain Jasmine Labarda, if you want to know more about her. Okay. So, bago tayo magtapos, ay share ko lang din yung AMOSUP Contact Center natin. Ang ACC, you can reach AMOSUP, the Associated Marine Officers and Seamen's Union of the Philippines, ang ating mga service units sa Seamen's Center in Manila through our telephone number 632-8527-8491 hanggang 98. At ang mobile numbers naman natin, Globe 639-45-795-5345 at Smart naman po 63920-437-1496. Again, yan pong mga number na yan ay para sa pangtawag lamang po. Okay, hindi po yan para sa SMS. Yan po ang ating hotline ng AMOSUP Contact Center. And of course, please like and follow our AMOSUP official Facebook page and join our AMOSUP official Facebook group. Lumalaki na po yung community natin ng ating pamilya sa Facebook. Diyan po namin pinopost ang ating mga announcements, ang mga ganap sa ating union. And of course, AMOSUP official YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. Diyan po pinopost ang ating mga videos. Kabilang na po itong mga episodes natin sa Radyo Pilipinas, Alagang AMOSUP. And for more information about our service units and our union, please visit www.amusup.org. Ayan. Muli, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsubaybay. Sana ay naging inspirasyon sa inyo si Captain Labarda. Lalo na sa ating mga kababaihang nasa industriya ng maritime o nangangarap na pumasok sa industriya ng pagbabarko. Patuloy nating ipagdiwang at suportahan ang mga kakayahan ng bawat Pilipinang mandaragat. Salamat sa mga kasama natin sa Radyo Pilipinas, Susan Aison, Milo Jonella, Jay Arevalo, Hero Lucero, Henry Doblas, Erwin Pañano, at Jerome Tolado, at syempre sa ating kaamusup na si Miss Lara San Juan. At syempre sa ating special guest ngayong araw na si Captain Jasmine Labarda, ang ating Lodi. Muli pong subaybayan ang programang Alagang Amusup sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service at Radyo Pilipinas Radyo Publiko 738 kHz tuwing linggo alas 7 hanggang alas 7:30 ng gabi. Pagbati rin po muli sa lahat ng mga miyembro at dependents ng Amusup na siyang inspirasyon ng lahat ng mga programa at serbisyo ng ating unyon. Ako po si Camille Simbulan at ito po ang Alagang Amusup.
All aboard sa talakayan. Palalimin pa ang inyong kaalaman. Alagang Amusup dito sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service at Radyo Pilipinas Radyo Publiko.